Oscar-nominated writer of Ratatouille, Jim Capobianco, is back with a new animated film, The Inventor, all about the world of Leonardo da Vinci. Thank you so much for your time today.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Jim, you started this project as a Kickstarter. How does it feel for this moment to actually be here?
Well, I guess unbelievable. It was a long process. It took 12 years to make this film, 10 of which was just trying to raise the money, find the backers, find the right partners to make the film. And then the actual production was only about 2.5 years, which is quite fast for an animated film. The films at Pixar could take like 3 years or more. And so yeah, I mean, to be here to find the crew we did to go through this experience was unbelievable. And I tell people, even though it took that long, it was meant to take that long. So for the way it turned out. So yeah, no, I can't believe it actually.
Talk a little bit about the impact of Leonardo da Vinci on your life, because with the short that you did, with putting this much time into this project, I mean, was it someone you were fascinated with as a kid growing up? Tell me a little bit about his impact on your life.
Well, I think like most people, I've always been, fascinated by Leonardo da Vinci, and also, getting into the arts and studying even animation. You know, he's not that far away in a sense as an artist, and you can relate to him in some ways like that. So I think, in making the short is when I really started to explore who he was. In the short, I just wanted to find a character actually, that because it's about flight and stuff. So I thought, well, Leonardo da Vinci studied flight, and then I thought that just opened the door for me, and I then read all these books about him and studied more about him, and then that led to the feature because I found all this interesting material about him that I think a lot of people don't know about how he moved to France at the end of his life, um, and that he was a real person in a sense. In his sketches, he has grocery lists, and he has writings about difficulty he has with his different apprentices, and concerns about finding a patron, a boss, and troubles with those bosses. And so that he procrastinated, that he was a curious person. So I think these are all things that we all have as, regular people. And so that to me was a fascinating aspect to him that I don't think people necessarily think of Leonardo da Vinci as a person who really did exist with different faults and troubles and all that. So we put him up on this big pedestal as a genius that's, untouchable, that I really wanted to bring him down to earth, if you will.
That no matter what struggles you have or what uphill battles you might have to create something or do something, that we all face the same thing, and don't let any of those challenges hold you back.
That's right. That's right. I think he's a great model for that.
Most times you think of the Mona Lisa and people just say like, oh, here's the person who painted it. This kind of takes us behind the man, because it's such an iconic thing that you just, like you said, you just think about the product. You don't think about the person behind it.
That's right. Right. I think, I feel like there are three things we know about Leonardo that people generally know. It's that he painted the Mona Lisa. Maybe he painted the Last Supper, and then he studied flight, and maybe also anatomical studies. And I think that may be what the general public knows, and they use a super genius. So I feel like exploring him further, and like I said, kind of bringing him down to our level in a way, um, gives us a chance to, maybe in our own lives go, well, maybe I should be more curious, or maybe I should, like you were saying, face adversity in a way. So, I think he's a very inspiring figure that way. So to make a film about him, you know, brings him back into the consciousness in a different way. So it was fascinating to explore that way.
And then just one quick Ratatouille question before we head out. My favorite ride at Disney Paris, my favorite ride at Epcot. Have you had a chance to go on that yet?
I have in Paris. I did. I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think it really captured that feeling of being a rat at that. Well, in a sense, the size of a rat, right? um, running around the kitchen and everything. So I think Yeah, it's a great ride. Fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, you got to make your way down to Orlando and go ahead and check out that version too as well too. It's such a fantastic movie, and the ride is a perfect complement to that.
Totally. Yes. 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 I actually have to. I
Wonderful.
haven't been to the Orlando one. I have to check it out.
Hopefully they'll hook you up with that one. All right, Jim, thank you so much for your time today. The Inventor in theater September 15th.
Thank you so much, Rudy.
Thank you.